Gemini, welcome to your career reading for the end of April to the end of May 2025, and it's going to be general, so please take the bits that resonate and leave the other bits for other people. Let's welcome in the high frequency archangels, ascended masters, light beings and spirit guides and our high selves to assist with this reading today. And yeah, it's going to be a 6-card reading, so just a quick one, and we'll see what's going to jump out here for you, Aquarius. Gemini. Beautiful, really nice. 9 of Pentacles to start, and let's just pull the other 5 cards quickly. You have the 5 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 2 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and on the bottom of the deck you have the 5 of Wands. Okay, so in the position of an aspect of your life purpose at the moment, Gemini, you have this beautiful 9 of Pentacles here. And I think this is about you kind of coming into a nice balance of, you know, mind, body, spirit, really feeling aligned with your passion and purpose, and being able to sort of create a really nice sustainable life for yourself, and also being able to create this almost like a sanctuary for yourself. So this might be your home environment, or it might be, you know, your place of work even. And somewhere where you can feel focused, at peace, grounded, and, you know, you're passionately involved, and you extract a lot of meaning from what it is that you're doing here, okay, Gemini. So this is sort of, yeah, life purpose is for us to be happily fulfilled and have meaning in our lives generally, okay. I think this is what that's sort of talking about there for you, Gemini, but it could be specifically with regard to your career, okay. Yeah. Now, where are we going to go next? Let's see. Okay, so something that might need a little work at the moment is this, Gemini, and that is that maybe you're experiencing some indecision. You could be thinking a lot. I think you are trying to use your intuition and your contact with the spirit, high frequency, and your higher self to make a decision here on something. And yeah, maybe this needs a little work. So maybe there are some action steps that you're going to need to take here. Let's just look back down here at this is the card of your strengths here, Gemini. Okay, so you have the ability to take action and to communicate what needs to be communicated when it needs to be communicated, okay. You have a good, I guess, mind-body connection. You have a good, you know, understanding of that connection between your body, that need for action, and also your mind or your intellect, okay. So this could be something that maybe you are bringing in, and maybe that's going to help you moving forward here. It's to do with your mind-body connection, but also speaking your personal truth, being inspired as you do so. This element of fire coming in. And on the bottom of the deck, we also had the fire here with the 5 of Wands, sort of talking about, you know, maybe working with conflict, but it could be, you know, just learning something new here, fine-tuning your skills and your talents, okay, Gemini. And yeah, so this is like a kind of a swift-moving energy as well. I mean, you have a quick intellect. I think you are quick thinking, you know, and you have quick action, quick thinking here. And this is your strength, okay? So, one of your strengths, not your only strength, of course. But with regard to this reading, the interesting thing is that with regard to this decision here, you could be sitting on the fence about something. Maybe you're experiencing some indecision. But the suggestion that Spirit has here for what you might need to do to cultivate your dream career is to perhaps practice a few things. One of them is protecting your energy, okay, creating boundaries. Another one might be that, I guess in terms of finances, that you are really just having to cover your bases at the moment, okay. Maybe you're going to have to devote yourself to study or learning something new before you can experience this. This is a really abundant energy coming in, which is the opportunity, okay? But you might need to, for the time being, embark on some study or some training or something that's going to increase your skills and maybe your self-belief and your self-confidence as well, okay? And another meaning of this card is also remembering to ground yourself, pay attention to your heart space and your consciousness. So doing things that make you happy, but also doing things like meditation that are going to help you to activate your higher consciousness. And also this idea of, you know, spirit, this is sort of talking about crown chakra, and spirit and matter, okay? Just really getting a nice balance between mind, consciousness, and body, matter, physical, okay? And that's what this is sort of saying here as well. Okay, so spirit's sort of saying, this is almost like a temperance energy. It's sort of like just really covering the basics, really getting the groundedness happening, getting into some daily rituals that will help you with your chakra balancing, having some income, but not expecting yourself to have a huge amount of income at this moment while you're going through a stage of increasing your skills, possibly Gemini, if that resonates, okay? If you're doing something else that's completely different to what I'm saying and you're getting a lot of fulfillment and, you know, it's all going great, well, this reading is probably not for you. But, you know, it could be for other people. So this is about sort of, yeah, just really covering chakras, consciousness. The opportunity coming in is, so this could be someone that's in either a position of authority that's going to offer you an opportunity, or this could be about an energy that you are going to move into yourself. Okay, this is really grounded, it's abundant, there is material wealth, there's a lot of security and safety here in this energy, and there's also high frequency, okay, so we have the yellow here, and it's really interesting to me how, you know, this is the yellow, but the yellow is reflected in the pentacles here as well. So it's almost like there's a lot of belief in self that I think you're needing to activate and generate here, Gemini. And it's not necessarily dependent on the belief in yourself, and your confidence is not necessarily in itself going to come from your ability to make a lot of money. That's not what's going to give you the confidence. What's going to give you the confidence is your belief in self and your belief in your connection to spirit and source, okay? And also your energy body, really sensing and tuning how your energies shift, moving into environments that, you know, if at times they feel ungrounding, then moving later on into environments where you're going to feel grounded, and to balance those energies, really tuning into your energies, Gemini, because you are a, you know, mutable air sign, okay? So in terms of air, you're going to feel a lot of the stuff going around in the ethers, and it's really important that you kind of really ground in, ground down, and connect up, okay, as well, doing all of those things. And that's what's going to lead to your abundance here, because I think you're going to be helping other people with that, with this grounding business, okay, and connecting into your energy body and mind-body connection, okay. And yeah, this is what needs work. So there's a decision, and I feel that maybe you might know what that decision's about, Gemini. Maybe we'll grab a clarification card on that in a moment. This is interestingly enough, this is in the energy of what's inspiring you at the moment. So there could be something here that you're focusing on, okay, that you're having to focus on for whatever reason. But there's something behind you that maybe you have a sense of, okay, that's sort of, you feel as a potential source of inspiration for you, but maybe you aren't taking advantage of that to the extent that perhaps you need to be. Okay, let's grab a clarification for that. 5 of Cups. You also have the 5 of Wands. So 5s are sometimes energies of, you know, challenge, conflict, also perhaps this movement transitioning from ego-based stuff or our personality, what we've always done, you know, the safe things, moving into allowing the higher self to express itself more. And basically this is what Spirit's telling me now, is that that's what these swords are. One of them is your ego and the other one is your higher self. Okay. Because we literally have the dual nature here too. This could be your ego sort of here, the higher self here with the white bridge and the this other sort of realm over here. Okay. 5 of Cups. Thanks, Spirit. Okay, yeah, so you could be experiencing a lot of... Okay, right. The first one to jump out, I'm just going to put these other cards back on top. Okay, we had a lot jump out then, so there's probably a lot in this for you. Okay, 8 of Cups. So this is about acknowledging what the cups are that in front of you here that have been good and why they're good, and you know, perhaps they've given you a certain amount of comfort, security, fulfillment even, but you are now looking to move to something that's a higher frequency, especially with regard to work, okay, and career. There's nothing wrong with these cups, but the 8 of Cups talks about a movement towards something that's of higher frequency, and I feel that that's what this is here behind you, Gemini, and I feel that you have a sense of what this is, but you don't yet feel empowered enough to turn around and to face this more fully. Okay. Let's clarify the 2 of... Actually, I'm going to clarify the Knight of Swords there as well right now. So you could be experiencing a lot of resistance to following this thing that you feel you need to be doing. The Hierophant. Interesting. This is to do with your... This is your, like, the higher self. Okay. And here we have, this is to clarify the Knight of Swords. So he's literally sort of saying, you know, let's move towards that, Gemini. Okay, let's move towards allowing your higher self to have a little more of a say in your life, and potentially down the track, if you allow it to express a little more in your life generally, down the track you may be able to utilize your higher self more in your career choice, whatever that's going to be. Okay. So whether this is you leveling up your skills or going deeper with your skills or changing your skills or changing the realm, I think this is what is needing the work, is that you may need to have a dialogue between your higher self and your ego. So literally do some journaling on that, you know, just write down a bit like a script, you know, higher self or ego, which is also your personality, so your everyday self. It's like the ego represents what you're used to doing, okay, the familiar, like all the stuff that's familiar. Your higher self is probably going to be including all those things like your deep wishes, your spiritual connections, your almost, you know, like the metaphysical things that you're into, and the things that are more unseen in your life possibly. Okay. And here this is the Hierophant. He is the intermediary between spirit and matter. Okay, and I think this is what you are going to be moving into, Gemini, is I think you're going to embody and become more so an intermediary between spirit and matter for your own energy, but I think you're also maybe going to help others to come into, either become more grounded so that they can allow the spiritual aspect to be felt, or you're going to help them to, I guess, connect with their spiritual aspect. So that will help them to have more inspiration in their life. Okay, so this is in the area of your strengths, remember. Okay, but we also talked about mind and body here as well, mind-body connection, which is also important. Okay. Yeah. Let's clarify the 2 of Swords. Oh, we're going to run out of time, I believe. Right, did we talk about all the energies? I think we did. So, yeah, the interesting thing is here, your purpose in life is to... once again, there's the 2 sides to the coin here, literally, okay? This could even be, you know, like the higher self, and here is the ego. So the higher self is going to have more of a say, represented by the 6 pentacles here, and here the ego is going to be sort of still in the mix. So maybe, you know, previously maybe this has been ego here, and this has been higher self. So now, Gemini, you're going to kind of swap these energies around, okay? This is going to be more higher self felt, and this is going to be your ego having the input, which we still need an ego, okay? But sometimes the ego contains some of those things that hold us back. So we want to release those aspects of our ego and allow the higher self to come forward more. Yeah, let's just let's clarify that King of Pentacles. I feel like this is about you learning here, okay, Gemini, learning some new things. Okay, so we had the 7 of Cups. Yeah, so you're looking at some options at the moment. But this is also, these cups are in the air, so they could be representing, you know, spirit guides, you know, high frequency beings, archangels, ascended masters, okay, but also talking about your creativity, your intuition, your spirituality, okay. So this is interesting because it's sort of saying, like, this is not just 1 cup, it's like 7 cups here, okay, Gemini. You have a lot of connections, and I feel like this reading is generally that your higher self, and this is you sort of in empowerment and abundance here. Okay, the King of Pentacles could well be, even though it's a very material energy, we have this yellow behind here, which is suggesting, you know, high frequency. And I sort of, in this reading, it's sort of looking like, let's grab an energy pen, it's sort of looking like, you know, that it has spirit connection as well. Okay. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the interesting thing is that Knight becomes the King. The Knight of Pentacles is that beautiful, slow-moving energy, almost meditative, being really careful, methodical, and which is like this here. It's sort of a conservative energy, okay, Gemini. So you might need to be conservative in your approach, but you will step by step move towards your greater abundance here, okay. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope that's been helpful. But, you know, remember you have this Hierophant. This is your strengths at the moment, okay. And you're moving towards something more fulfilling, and your purpose here is to create a nice life balance, work-life balance for yourself as well. Hope that's been helpful. Look forward to our next one. In the meantime, have a great day, great week, and I'll see you again soon.